tell you one thing. No wonder Vader was an angry guy. And no wonder he had breathing problems. Jeez. Tell you one thing. No wonder Vader was an angry guy. Oh. Hold on, I've got another button. This one doesn't work actually, it's meant to be a voice.
You don't know the power of the dark side. There is no escape. The force is with you.
That one always cut off too early. I'm starting to steam up. That's what she said.
Don't make me destroy you.
Ah, right. I'm just out of context. I am. Do you know? I think Vader probably had some real vision problems, like major vision problems. I don't know how I sound. Let's get down a little smidge. I can't see a thing. Well, from here up, I've got a narrow vision. So it's down this way. Basically, when I look down here, I can't see the book. So yeah, there's a little bit of. I don't think I could build like this, if I'm honest. Plus the fact when I put this on, I get an itchy chin, and you can't scratch. That's why Vader had so many issues and problems. So, welcome to Falcon Friday. I'm on a little bit earlier than normal. I've got a wee bit of extra light here. So I am steaming up. Well, hello there.
Your powers are weak.
Yeah, I don't know why it cut off like a couple of seconds. I've had this for many years. Oh. 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 Whew. Well, I can breathe. I'll tell you one thing. It's good, but oh lordy. That is, yeah. You could not build. So how's it going, people of YouTube? I thought I'd open the stream. This, by the way, this is one of my favourite t-shirts. It's obviously a Vader top. I thought that's why I would wear the Vader helmet. But this is a great t-shirt. It's actually getting quite old. And I either need to find another one. It's absolutely, I just love it. It's got the little, you can see there, it's got the, you know, the chest piece, it's got the chest piece, the little, I think that was his kind of life support system, and it's got the belt as well. It's absolutely amazing. Love this t-shirt. Anyway, folks, welcome back. Welcome back to Falcon Friday. I don't know if Anya's seen me wearing my mask. She probably didn't. Well, she might be. I don't know. Do you know what, Roman Bricks? But anyway, hi Dave, hi Roman Bricks, welcome in. I actually did. I walked in the room with it on, and I just went. I think I put the breathing thing on, and she's like, she kind of turns round, and there's me. Like, I should have got a drink of water, I think. Right, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna get my water. Water, H2O, as they say. I'm gonna bring my knife as well because you never know, I might need it. So I've got my little knife there. Just set that there. I've got my bottle of water. Right, so time is, we're just after 3 o'clock, so I'll probably start in a couple of minutes. As Dave says, less waffle, more building. So I've got a little bit of thunderstorm. I think this is actually set in indoor. So as you can probably see, I've got the Falcon here. So we built these 2 front compartments. We're building base, if you look at this part here, we've got 2 minifigs. But we're building the back section of the Falcon. So I think we're going to be putting in another 2 rooms. We've got these 2 extra plates which I've already picked up. So without, I've just spat my manual, which is always handy. Right, where can I put this water without really stick it up on top of the fridge? Anyway, let's get building, because, you know, I'm not saying we don't have time, but the first one we're going to build, we've actually got 2 minifigs here, Princess Leia and Han Solo, and I think it's a Bespin Han Solo that we've got, which is a classic Han Solo. So we've actually got, I think that's Leia. So the good thing with these little heads, this is the Han Solo head. We've actually got a normal head, and we've also got the breathing apparatus. That's when they went into that big, what was it called again? When they flew into that big worm, that they landed on that, like one of the big kind of meteorites or the asteroid, and it was a. So there's Han Solo. So I'm going to put Han Solo just there in my mic. Now this is going to be Princess Leia, who's in quite a nice printed piece actually. It's got a it's like a quilted. I don't know the name of this outfit. Again, she has got she's got a normal face, but she's also got the breathing apparatus. So that's when they went out in the atmosphere, or non-atmosphere, I should say, and the so there we go. She's got quite a cute little hair bun. So there's Princess Leia. And if you see there, she doesn't have any arm printing. She's got a little bit of leg printing. And then you see the print in the back. Hi Kate, how you doing? Oh Kate, you missed my Vader helmet. So I tell you what, just for you Kate, I'll put it back on. Just for a second. So this is, I hope the stream like this. So get this clipped in. This is the old style helmet. So there we go. Hi Kate.
There is no escape.
There is no escape. And then you get the So I was actually attempting to build this with the helmet on, but nah, there's no way. It'd be impossible. So this has actually got a voice. In here there's actually a mic element, but it doesn't appear to be working. It's got a voice changer. But for some reason it doesn't work, so I don't really know, but that's how I opened up the stream. That was like a little bit of bonus footage, as they say. Whew, you still building the T-Rex set? Yeah, that's quite a big one, Kate. Right, so here we go. So we're building a couple of components here. So let's get the components. So again with this build, I'm really, I wonder, can I equip this to this mic? Nah, that's not. Nah, it's not. It's not really magnetized. I'm going to turn that television just down a smidge. Right, so ladders. Oh, there they are. I was about to say, I can't see any ladders. So again, this could be, I'm not going to say a longer stream. It could be a little bit more tricky because we've got to find, we've now got a lot of parts again. So, yeah, that's a silver. So there's a silver puck. Yeah. Yeah, I already did. I have surprised Anya with it. I came through a bit on, and I just stood there, and she just kind of, I don't know, she just looked at me kind of odd. Right, what are we looking for? We're looking for a little clip. Oh, there it is there. Right, so we built this little part on the ladder here. So this part is just simply clipping in the top. A little piece up there. Don't know, oh, then I need to get these down actually. There we go. So we've got that little piece there on top. We have now got, now this is going in up here in the first rung. So there's a little puck part going in here, so I don't know really what that's all about. So this is going, right, where's that clipping in? That is going actually at the back here. So the good thing with this is I can actually rotate the Falcon round. Ah, I see where it's going. So those parts that we had the clips, this is where this is going. So it looks as if that's clipping in. It doesn't really show you. I imagine it looks as if it just clips in this part here. So that's what I'm going to go for. So luckily she can actually move up and down. So there we go. That's that little ladder clipped in. It's going to be hard to show you some of this, but that's in. Now we've got this little part here. So we've got, basically we've got 8 of these clips. This is a 2 build. This is a 2 times build. It's incorporating these members. Right, when you get the other one. Oh, there it is. Got it. Right. So I think these are just going in the end. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see everybody in. Kate's in, Roman Bricks, Dave's in. So again, Falcon Friday. Every Friday we're going to build this beast of a kit. And yeah, it's going to take us a while. A couple of weeks. Do you know, again, I'm not going to lie, I've really enjoyed the fact that I've kind of limited myself to building this, you know, every week without, you know, really getting into the guts of it. So these 2 pins here basically go at the back, so they're going here, right at the back of the ship. Right, I can see exactly where they're going. They can only go in one way or another. So they go in there. So the good thing now having this ship here is the fact that I can just, you know, kind of just really put where the parts are needed. And I can kind of see where I need to put them. Yeah, it's the inside. There we go. So that's those parts fitted. So we're on page 117. We're now going to be on 118. So again, this manual is a beast of a manual. So I put my fingers in like that, get the page over. Try and get the page over. There we go. There we go, that was done quite gracefully. So we're on step 250. So I don't know if you can actually see here, but we're going to be building up one of the back compartments. This looks as if it's going to be reasonably detailed. So again, it'd be good if I could get. Yeah, I could put Han Solo and that up there, but you can see them just here. In fact, what I might do is I might just put them there so you can actually see them. So Princess Leia and Han Solo. There we go, just get them sitting right, holding hands. Right, so off we go. So again, I've actually had quite a good morning. I built some of my Billy bookcase tops. One actually nearly collapsed on me and split my head open, but I survived. The bookcase got a little bit, I wouldn't say damaged, but well, it did get damaged. But it's fine. It looks okay. So we're building up, again, a lot of Technic pieces in this, so we've got a little part starting here. Right, we've got one of these big blocks, one of these bad boys, 4 Technic pins. I don't know if I can put that there, is that going to be... So, 2 at the end, in fact, let's, put that like that. Do you know what I need to check? I need to check the air score. And then we've got a little bit of a gap in the upper one. So we've got one going in the third hole, one going in the first. So I'm just going to check the football because that's the way I roll. So again, the object today is we're going to build. So that is going in like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going in this one here. Oh god, these are quite difficult to, because they're based on, if you look at it, everything's just rotating, so it's all blah. It's not the easiest. Yeah, that's that. Let's just quickly check the football scores. Scores on the doors. I don't think Ayers. Are we not playing today? Scottish champion. Are we playing in the cup? No. Oh, this is Friday, so it must be tomorrow we play. Yeah. I think my brother said that their players were heading up, so they must be staying overnight. They must be going up to a hotel. Right, so we've got another big one. And we've got another little grey piece, which is here. Right, so we're going to have some little additionals. Right, we have got a regular. Yeah, I know, she's... I think Anya will probably give you an update, but she seems to be doing okay. She's a bit sore, but I mean, having a hip operation's... Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Right, so that's going in like this. Do you know what, I might actually put this light on at the back, just to give me a bit more light. That light there's pretty good actually, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how it looks on stream, but it's quite a good little, it's quite bright. But it just gives me just a wee bit of light here. Right, so we've got some pins going in here. We've got one just there. We've got, it looks as if we've got a little one of those little grey ones. That one there, going in the top. Oh, missed it. So, right, we're putting a pin in there. We're missing a hole, putting a pin there. I've got that one there. Right, now we're building up, by the looks of it, it's these collars, which is 3 we need. Yeah, so that's Anya giving you, yeah, she's a little bit of recovery time. Right, so right, so these are basically, so what we've got here, we've got one going there, another one going up here, and another one here, and then what we've got is Technic pins going in here. I think because my brother sent that picture, so he sent the picture of the Airbus, basically picking up the players to take them up to Dingwall, up in Ross County. So I was thinking it was Saturday, but they're travelling up tonight. They'll probably sleep over so that they're fresh, which is quite a good idea actually. Right, so this is going in basically in this one. So it's going in here. So that's what we've got so far. It's going to be a bit loosey-goosey. So that's what we've got happening. So I'm going to put that there because we're going to have to turn the page. Not turn the page, but just flip the book over. Tell you one, she's a big book. So 254. So let's bring this over again. Right, what we got? So good, we've got a little bit of reinforcement. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we've got a 12, which I think is these. Yeah, it's got to be this. And then I think we've got a long piece. Yeah, that's going there. And then we get these little tile pieces. Just going there. So we got that there. And the good news is this is going in on the build, so it's gonna from this one up a little bit. So you can see right off the bat, that's just so much better. So that goes on the top. So, you know, we've got a little bit of rigidity, as they say. Right, step 255, we have got we've got this going. She's lucky she has you, Anya. Do you think you will have to stay until she can? Yeah. I think it will take time, you know, for her to heal. Obviously, it's quite a big thing. But you know, Anya's done care, so she's pretty good at that. I think that was one of the stipulations why she got out of the hospital, because she did have somebody that was able to care for her. Right, so we put little parts in the end here. We're now turning this, we're flipping this over, and then it looks like we're going to plate all this. So these two plates, these are the ones we took out the bag. So these are going right on like this. Yeah, it looks as if it's just a simple case of putting these on. 2 big plates. Right. The thing I see here is, I see this overhanging a little bit. which I don't really like, because when you look at this plan, these overhang a little bit more. So yeah. So looking down at this image, it looks as if there is a little bit of an overhang. So what I see from here is, so I'm going to rip these off. I see that there's a little bit of a, so there's only one, that plate's going there, I think. It's maybe not as clear as what it could be, so I think it's going like that. That's better. And then we've got this little piece going in here, just going in there, and so that was just replacing that one. It wasn't in the right area. Get that little piece going in there, and big angle piece, and a smaller piece. Oh, it could be there actually. I think that's the one we need. Yeah. So that is going there, which creates a little bit of an overhang there, which is good. And then that little piece in there. So there we go. We've boarded that up, and that's given us this kind of thing. So I got this a little bit wrong. It's only a stud overhang, which does mean that these little grey parts do stick out, which does show you on the plan there. But once you kind of get in there, it's not quite as clear. And I'm just going to make sure that this is all down. There we go. Right. So we're now putting some strips over the top. We've got these grey. Got 3 of these strips. These are going right over here, which is going to be quite a nice fit. It's covering up a little bit the top here. So you can see there we've plated up this part. We've got 2 1x4s. There's the other one. I've got a 1x3. So the 2x4s are going down here. So that one's going that way. That one is going up there. The 3 one is going. So it looks as if it's just going here. Got a black, 2 black. So we've got one going in here, and then one going just in here. Right, we've got these grid pieces, so it's these ones here. So there's one that's got serrations or grooves going up and one going across, so we need to get the serrations. So it's the short ones are facing in the way. So I believe they're just going there. And here's the other one. Oh, it's there. See it. So that's going just up here. So there we go. That's what we've got so far. So you see that one there with the serrations facing that way. We put some tiles here, here, box in there. Right. Over the page. So sit the page down. I hook my fingers in these big binders and then put it down. And that's the book turning. It's it's very heavy. Right, so here we go. Well, looks as if it's almost like a mill's plate type of thing. I know it. Roman bricks, it's a beefy instruction manual. Do you know the thing I like about the instruction manual? It's a little bit bigger than what it is on my iPad. I know you can zoom in the iPad. In fact, you can't. Well, you can, but it's not a 3D render. It's only 2D. So it's the same as the book. So the reason I'm doing it with the book is I'm touching base. I think it's quite nice to just, have it. And I can actually see it quite clear. So that's the thinking behind it. Right, we've got these plates again. We've got 3 of these. Where's the other one? There it is. So we've got 3 of these. We have got one of the grey, which must be this one. We've got some other components, but I'll probably put these ones on. No, in fact, no, we've got a tan piece, which is this. We've got a grey, which will be this. And we've got a black, which is a 3, which is probably going to be there. There we go. We got them. And a square as well, that's that. Just one of those? Yep. Right, let's go. Let's get this done. So this one is going here. But we're leaving a little stud gap here. This one is covering. So there's a little bit of an overhang. Again, you know, yeah, that will be an overhang. This one is going flush here, going up there. This one is going flush from here. And we've got this little plate covering the top. White, yep, that's it. This part going up here. Then core and this big plate. Now, yeah, that's coming down, so it's flush with the top. So that's like a proper mouse plate. I say a proper mouse plate. I've never really built a mouse plate. But that's mouse plate-ish. So there we go. Bottom and top. Right. We have now got more of these serration bricks. I say serrations, but they have got an orientation you have to get right. Quite a few of these in this. So 4 of them. 2 of these little brown. 2 by 3s. 2. Now is that? I'm taking it. I'm taking it that's grey. Yeah, it's got to be. Right, there's tiles, so I imagine. I don't think it's these ones. I think they're just normal tiles. Yeah, it's that. 2 of them. There we go. There's the other one. Got that. One of the grey, which is probably going to be this one. A little grey there. Not a grey, sand coloured. And silver. 3 of these silver grills. So the reason I'm getting the parts out, I usually tend to just pick and build, but I've been doing this so that once I've got all these parts away, I know that's it clear. Because sometimes it can get a little bit confusing. So again, we've got the serration parts facing up the way. That's going there. That is going there. A little bit here. That tile box in the middle. Another one up there. Again, serration part. Vertical facing that way. We're all, yeah, those ones were that way. These ones are up. Just double checking that is the case. Then we've got a little bit of a plate going along here. And then again, we've got this part. Again, the serrations are facing this way. Now, right, that should be, there it is. So we actually do have a darker tile. I think I've put the wrong one in here. What did I put one in here? No, right, I haven't used it. Put that back because I need the darker. There it is. That's going there. That tile system's going in the middle. Again, this one's going there. And then this is going just at the back. So there we go. We built up this little section here. And this part here. So just building up details. Step 260. So right off the bat, this here is going to be the hallway. the access round the ship. So we've got one this side and this side. So these two elements are going to be the access. Right, so I'm going to fit these parts first because I can see them here and here. To build, we've got a little black so we've got this going in like so. So it's creating like a little black recess part. And these are just simply going in like so. So they're going in there. And then this one's going in there. So quite a nice little piece. It kind of goes in the floor there. And then we're building up, so we'll probably tackle this one here first. So it looks pretty simple. We have just got a grey 1x2. So I think we've got 4 of these. So we might as well just dig these out while we've got our fingers in here. And then we've got a tile piece. No, that's not the tile piece. This is not the tile piece you're looking for. I think they must be... Maybe they're in here. Have they got a... Is that it? Oh, that's it there. Right, got them. They're in here. They're in this bin. Yeah, they're just hiding. I think most of them are upside down. Oh god, trying to pick these up. Probably better just doing that. There we go. Another one will be... Yeah, got it. Right, so these are going basically just at the edge of the hallway. So basically there's a lot of modifications that you can possibly do to this Falcon as you're building or after the fact. So I may at some point install more rooms potentially. But I think what I want to do is I just want to build it as is really, because that can be a later videos. I think it's always good when you build something that can be modded in a way, or you know, slight differences. So these little cheese wedges or little wedge slopes are going in here. Where did that go? Right, that's ping. Right, we've got a pinger. I'm gonna get it because I don't know if we'll have a spare of that. So where did that go? More to the point. That looks as if it's went into another reality. Right, check the obvious places. Right, it must have been... I never heard it go down. Right, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Now, I'm not lying here. Where is that went? You are kidding me. Oh, there it is there. It went in the back of my iPad. That's why I never heard it hit the floor. Jeez. Okay. We got him. Right, that's that little bit done. Now we're building this little... We're covering this little sort of 4 element. So we've got these silver grills, the old Bear grills. So they're going either side. And then we've got some grey corner pieces, so there's one, there's 2. Are you still building the Arkham Asylum Roman bricks? I've kind of lost track. I've been back at work, so is there another? Yeah, there's got to be 4. Yeah, are you still building that Arkham Asylum? Oh, there's another one. Dee 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 dee. Where is this other one? It's the only thing with these tubs, see if they're a little bit wider, they'd be perfect. But it's got to be in here. Where is it? There it is. It's because when you move it, it's constantly shifting all the time, and then this block, I can't get it off my finger. There we go. So we built this little like hatch of some description. So that's that page done. So over we go. 262. Yeah, it's a meaty book. That is chunky. Right, so we're building up. So again, we're doing the like building up the sides. So this is a 4 times build in this little section. So we have got these, and it looks as if we're just putting that on. And then we've got these, 2 of these. And then we've got another grey block on top. So maybe get those bits square in there, and then we've got a tan piece up here, and then we get the wedge. Right, so that's just a 4 build of that. So that's what we're doing here. We're doing 4 of these basically. If you look at these. So I'm actually just going to square these off. Yeah, so this is Endor. It's just a thunderstorm. It's just like a forest, basically. There was another one that I was watching, and it was kind of on Tatooine, but it had the Star Wars tune. You know how you get, I think it's called, you know, if I say that it's like the tune, like Luke Skywalker's tune, you know, that, it's playing that, so probably copyrighted. Actually, funny enough, I made a video this morning that I can't really show because it's copyrighted. I did a watch along video. I may be able to re-edit it and not have like the sound playing in the back. I think that's why it's been copyrighted, but I came in this morning, I thought, you know, let's make a little video, let's do a watch along, because I've seen people do it and it was good, but yeah, it's copyrighted, so I will not be able to, unless I do an edit of it, which possibly could do, but I don't know if that's going to make a difference, whether it's still going to be copyrighted. You know, I don't know if they can do it through the video. Where did that go? Up to this. Do you know what I've not had? I always have a drink of water. Water. Oh, I actually got a cheese, a mature cheddar cob that I'll show you because it's quite nice. It's from the bakery at work. It's a, there you go there. It's a mature. It's a West Country extra mature cheddar and red Leicester loaf, 300 grams. Oh, it just smells amazing. What I usually do is heat it up a little bit. Heat it up. Some really nice, if you get some nice salted butter. Woo, baby. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to have that after I finish this stream. Right, so we've built these little turrets so we can put them in. So they're just simply sitting on top of these. Like so. So there we go. As you can probably see, if you know the Millennium Falcon, you know that that's like the little padding around the hatch, or around the access tunnels. Right, so we've done that. We're now on to this. So we've got a little the old phone, the old phone block, which is quite nice. Two of these. There's the other one. There's the other one there. Right, where's the phone? There it is. And then one of those tan, which I think it is here. So we are building, this is going here, and then the phone's going across the top, so it's like that. Right, so this here, so that's going on top of that hatch. So that's just sitting on, that's not going to be attached, so that can come off. So I think that's like a, I was going to say Han Solo doesn't fit in there. Something's going to go in there, I'd imagine. And this part is going on here. So that's covering just at the side here. So put the hatch on, put that on. Let's put that there. So we need to go over the page 121. Again, massive manual in operation. So I'm going to get it like this, that's better. 264. So, stickers. Right, let's build up this little part first. So we've got a little 3 block. We've got 2 black parts. We've got a little piece there, and that is going on here. We've got a little grey, which quite the bigger grey piece I can see. I'm trying to think where that will be. I don't. Yeah, it's a little kind of smaller piece. I'd imagine it'd be in here. Oh, my foot slipped. Does that quite a lot. It's actually quite sore if you catch it the wrong way. Oh, there it is. It's this piece here. Right, so that is going like that. Right, the sticker's going on this number 7, which is in. By the way, I've got this sitting. So I've been doing Falcon Diaries, and I'm probably going to get into this book a lot more with the Falcon Diaries. So probably maybe through like maybe Monday, Tuesday, whatever the case may be, or my days off even, I'll do a video and I'll go over what I've built and we'll catch up and talk about stuff. Just really seeing how the build's going and give a little bit more technical information on the Millennium Falcon. Number 7 is this little piece here, and it's going that way. Get my little tool, get the sticker, get it on here. Again, use the brick tool just to get the sticker. This one's pretty easy. It's just going right in the middle. Oh, that grabbed pretty quick. Oh, do you know that is almost... Use the old Vader shot to get the sticker down. That's almost perfect. That's like as if a computer's done that. Absolutely millimetre perfect. Right, we've got a little wedge piece. Oh, we've got a little green element. I had that green element. That was sticking to something. There it is. So it's creating like a little white, which is quite nice. So a little one block going on there. Again, I want to square that up a little. So get that nice and square. Attach this. Again, square it up. So this is like a little station of some sort. Right, that is going to go just in there. So there we go. So there we go. We've got some little station happening in there. Right, step 265. Really quite nice here. So we've got some of these blocks again, and we're having the lines going up and down vertical. But we've got some nice little tile pieces here that I've got console. I've seen them somewhere. Where have I seen them? Get a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Is it that? Am I just tripping? Yes, I am. Yeah, no, they're in here. Got them. So it's the one with a little console on it, which are quite nice little printed elements. So you can see here it's got some little digits and stuff on it. Very nice printing on it actually. And these are going just in front of the console here. So it's creating a little bit of like a station almost, if you like. In fact, do you know what? We've got some more parts. Let's fit the parts first. So we've got that. Right, we've got some silver tiles. 4. See, sometimes you can build these little parts, and you've got like other elements to put in. You totally forget to build like the next part. So we've got a little grid tile going there. We've got one coming up. Now that one coming up is going to give us the angle to put that on. Then we've got 2 at the back. 2 at the back. And then we've got 2 of these stubbed elements, which, oh my god, get that the right way. Yep, I see them. There's one there, and there's the other one. So these are going in here. So there we go. That's what we've got so far. Get that little kind of area down here. The little kind of, it's almost going to be like a workstation almost. Right, now we're putting some little parts, bits and bobs and bits. There it is. That's the part I'm looking for. So this little dome cover's going over here. Then we've got 4 of these things here, which are, I don't really know what they're called. They're like little, almost like a megaphone pipe type thing. They're very difficult to get out of here for some reason. So we need 4 of them. So we've got 2 facing this way, which is kind of creating like a pipe system. Difficult to get in. Maybe we'd been better putting them in first before putting that dome part. Again, I just want to get them squared up here. There we go. Got that. 5 of these. So I see some of these grey tiles, which are there's one there. So this is going here. We've got some wedge slopes, so let's get them in. That's them there actually. So we've got one going there. Square that up. Right, we've got another 2 back to back. So they are going here, and the other one's going just at the back of it. So square that up. I'm going to use my brick tool just to square them up, and then another one going here. And that's those little embellishments done. Yeah. Now we've got this little thing building up. It's almost like a seat. So we've got, what we got? Are these 4? Is it 4 pieces? So 2. Then we've got another 2 going on, and then we've got a little wedge on top of that. Now, is it a... No, it's just a grey wedge. The old grey wedgie. And then that is going in facing that. Oh, we've got another 2 of these. I'm almost forgetting these things. Put these in first, because once I put that wedge thing in, it's going to be difficult to square these up. Square that one, and then this thing is going, the wedge is facing this way. So there we go. We've built that little section up here. So we put that there, put some of this stuff, we put these wee wedge pieces here as well. So over the old book, 267, so I'm just going to double check my numbers. Yeah, 265. Oh, that was 266, wasn't it? Yeah, 266, 267. I'm just going to shake the old manual down, grab it. Yeah, she's heavy. Right, we have got this plate here. Again, we've got these serrated blocks. So again, we've got horizontal facing out. Little black brick right in the middle. Right, again, we've got another one of these blocks. Vertical lines going that way. Little stub. It's not that stub. It's a normal little stub. Again, I'm going to square these off. There we go. Lovely job, like nice and square. So, oh, got some nice, these big, quite an interesting piece. I don't know if these were maybe car hub fenders or something. These little parts. And they're going on like this. with the back piece facing this way. There we go. So quite an interesting piece at the back there. We've got that, but at the front we've got almost like an alcove type affair going on. So right, we've got 2 sand. Little time check. Yeah, I still got another 40 minutes. 45 minutes or so. Right, these are the silver. So we've got 4 of these, so 2 together. And then we've got another set. Just trying to get these without them pinging. And they're going just in there. So there we go, we've got that so far. 4 of these so these grill parts facing that way. So there we go. Quite a nice effect. Right, another little piece here we've got. Right, so we've got, this is a 2 times build, so we've got 2 of these. We have got 2 of these, I believe, going on there and there. At base, we've got these clips, and the clips are facing that way. Yeah, I need to watch my foot actually because it slips down. I really don't need to set my feet up, but I always do. Kind of crossed almost. Right, so we've got that again. Just going to get them nice and square. So these are sitting on top here. So again, it's creating this like 2 clip elements, clip here and a clip there. Or 2 clippable parts. Right, so we've got 2 of this. This is quite an interesting part. We've got these grey discs. I think we've then got these parts again. Oh, we've got 2 little pucks as well. Let's just get these parts, then get the pucks. So the pucks are, so they're basically 4 silver. Right, they're going at the back. Oh, get in there. So that's going at the end. Again, I could put that there. I think we've got that grey, the one that I changed. I did change that one. So we've got the grey tile in there. Should have another one. There's the other one going in there. Right, these silver cups. And 2 of these, the old sky dishes. So they're going over like that. So it's covering this, but you've got some details at the back here where you've got like some kind of hub system. Or so these are almost forgot. Right, so we've got these arms. I was about to say, how is that going to connect? But we've got these kind of arms going in. So we've got this kind of thing happening just there. And then these are clipping in here. So these are clipping on here. It's like some kind of, I don't know really what this is. It'd be some, so if you look at it, it's almost creating like a some kind of cover. So they're actually going down like this. So yeah, quite an interesting part. So these are fitting in here. So I think it's going right up here actually. So, nope. Oh, that, I keep forgetting that piece there is loose. So there's something going to be put in there, like some kind of smuggling item. But yeah, you get these parts here, which is quite an interesting little detail. So they just cover some kind of vent or hatch or something. Right, 1, 2, 3. We're over to 1, 2, 4. Again, get this page down, grab the binder, let it roll. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Step 275 we're on. So I've just lost my slipper there. I felt something slip off my foot. There we go. Back on. We're safe, folks. Right, but we'll build this one first because it's a 2-part. So there we go. So we'll build this one. And if we, it's going to be more sides onto the top part. So again, build this one up, and then we'll build the other one. Right, so I'm just going to square that up, and then we're putting 2 of these little tiles going in there. There's the other one. There we go. So that's what we're building there. And then this one, what's actually going in. So we've got some other parts here. So we've got tiles. So it looks as if we're going right there. Yeah, get that gap there. Right, we've got tiles. I see the tile. So we've got 2 tiles going in. One there. And there's another one there. That's going there. Then we're going to be building just the other side. Basically, there's not much difference. Although it is different, it's actually lower than the other side. So really, we've just got this on here, and then we've got the little tile piece on there. Again, just square that up, and that's going to sit just there. So there we go. A little, again, another little room part, just here. Right, that is that little section done. Step 276. So we're building some kind of big, like, unit that's got sort of weavers and bits and bobs on it. A lot of greeblies. So we're starting off with this. We've got a 4. So this week I'm going to stick to my time. Last week I was kind of on holiday, so I had a little bit more. I mean, I'm working tomorrow, so I'm going to have to get something to eat. So yeah, we still got about 30 minutes build time, which is good. But yeah, I'm going to stick to that time. I did overrun last week, but we did have a nice Indian that Anya got, which was nice. Maybe didn't agree with me later, to be honest, but that's really nice. It was a nice Indian. Right, again, square that off. Right, now what we've got here, we've got a black tile, which I imagine will be in here. We'll actually see little guns. So, do you know what? I actually didn't look. Is that Princess Leia's gun? Oh no, that's Han Solo. So Han Solo's got his blaster. He's got the one with the little famous blaster that Han Solo had. Trying to get it in his hand is probably easier. There we go. So there's Han Solo's blaster. Classic blaster piece. And then I take it Leia's got a spare blaster. Just when I see it. So I'm going to put it in her right hand because I think she was right-handed. And I think she's actually got a spare blaster. So there's Han Solo and Princess Leia got their wee blasters. I've got an extra blaster. So I'm possibly... I'll maybe leave that in there just now. Right. So we've got two of these little skate elements going in. So there's a top and a bottom. So I believe that's going like that. And then there's another one there. Hi Chaos 11, how you doing? Welcome in. We are Falcon Friday. And we are building the Millennium Falcon. I look for this black grill, is it in here or... Is it in here? Or is it in here? What's going on here? There it is. There it is. That is it. That is a rebel base. Set your course for the Hoth system. Lord Vader, there's many civilizations. Oh, I love it. So we're building up this little station here. We've got these black. So how many of these have got? Two. Have they got... oh, so they're actually... so they're actually using a gun as well, which is quite interesting. So there's another Han Solo blaster. So we've got two of these, and we're actually using that gun element. So this gun element is going in... We've actually got this black... or this grey piece. Where is it? There it is. This is going in like here. No, it's going that way. And then we've got these little hoodickies. The old hoodickies. And they're going to really kind of join each other. Oh. God, black on black. That's why building the Black Pearl, I think, is quite an interesting build. This gun is going up the way. So, that's going to do that build. I'm just checking all my details. Yep. Yep. Was there two grills? Oh, there's the other grill down there. That's a wee cheeky one. They kind of hid that one actually. It's down in this part. Grill, two of them, one of them. Yep. That's it. So it's a little, I don't know really what it is. It was some kind of unit. Quite a nice little build. And this is going in here, so I'm going to turn this round so it's the right way. It's basically going in here. So quite a nice element of detail. So it shows you what you can do with these these modular parts that go into the Falcon. You could probably do the same the other side. I think some people have. Some people have actually customised the Falcon. They've redesigned it so that the hallways actually got all the way around, but to do that you'd have to redo the structure. I'm not into that kind of build. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind tweaking here and there, but that's just a little bit too much. So over the page. So 277 we're on. Right, we're building some kind of centre unit. I don't think it's that piece. Do we have a smaller piece? Right. Ah, there it is. Got it. So we've got a little green 1x going up here. What is going on here? Oh dear, that video lives in my head. Oh, we've got a little black, little 3, which was in here. There it is. And then this now is going right along there, and we have got that piece going there. Right, so this part is actually just sliding in here. So it's quite conveniently going over this part that we put in there. So we're creating some kind of like hallway type thing. It's actually quite a nice little build that we're doing here. Step 278. We have got a little sticker going on the top here. We have got we've got a little Technic pin which that's got it. That's it. That's it. Set your course for the Hoth system. I love Vader. Right, this will be some kind of reactor. So we get really quite a nice. It's almost like a revolver, like a Western style revolver, minus the bullets. Lamis, good. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you coming in. We are building the UCS Millennium, well, the Lego UCS Millennium Falcon. So this is getting covered up here. So we get some kind of, I don't know what it will be, but some kind of reactor. Sticker number 8. So it's this little sticker here. Again, I've got my little mini tool here. Not a mini tool, my brick tool. So I take it we have got the middle. So the middle has to come out of this. So I may have to get the old knife and poke it. There we go. I'm going to actually put that back on there. Just, I don't know why. So there we go. Sticker. It's a little donut sticker. There we go. There we go. They get the old Vader t-shirt. Just get that stuck down really nice. So there we go. We've got some kind of like a little reactor unit. Because if it was a reactor unit, I'd probably blow the entire Falcon up. Right, so that is okay. So we've got right. I see. So you get 2 stud elements, and obviously this here, 2 stud elements. So that's just going to fit side by side over there. There we go. So that's like a little, some kind of reactor type thing. We may actually find out in the manual. So I might do my Falcon Diaries. I may cover that in this book here. So I may cover that at some point. It might show up on the Haynes manual. It might not. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm no Falcon expert. Haven't flown in one. Well, not yet anyway. Right, 125 over the page. Anson Mo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope I got your name right. So again, we're over the page. Let's get my finger there. I'll get the size of that manual. That's a meaty manual. 279. So it looks as if I'm building some armature type affair going on. What is going on here? I need to stop saying that. Right, so we have got these pins. So these pins are the classic. Do you know what dinosaur Lego set should I buy? Dinosaur Lego. There's quite a few different sets. I'm not perhaps the greatest expert. There's a big T-Rex one, which one of our chat members is building. Kate's building the T-Rex, which I think is the big one. You've got some little dinosaur fossil, Triceratops, and the T-Rex head. You've got a tiny baby dinosaur, which is like, I don't know if it's a 3-in-1 set. There's quite a few. There's not maybe, I'm not, I don't know like every single set there is. But there are some options, I do believe. So we've got these two little pucks going in here. We've got a grey element. Oh, there it is. Sit side on. Hi Kenneth. How you doing, buddy? Sitting here watching my favourite YouTuber. Oh, cheers, buddy. While waiting to clock in at 11:45 AM. Oh, so you're working again. And I'm working to 8:30 tonight and have the weekend off. That's not too bad then, buddy. It's good to see you in, Kenneth. Again, hope you are doing well, and I hope you are going to have a good weekend off. I'm working this weekend, unfortunately, but it's just the nature of the beast, as I say. To get sets like this, I suppose we have to, we have to do it. So there we go. Get this little boy here, and he is going up here. So is he going in there? I imagine he's going in. Yeah. So we put these two little parts in here. Right. We're pretty much doing the same. I think we're turning it around this side. I think we're going to do the same this side. With these little arm pieces. I wouldn't miss your amazing live stream. Oh, cheers, man. That's really, it means a lot. I'm doing fantastic and tired from working yesterday, 2 PM till 12:30. Yuck. Yeah, do you know, it's funny, a job's a job, innit? It's money. It's one of these things, so unfortunately, we've got to work basically. I must admit, I'm lucky where I work. I think I've got a good working crew. It's a physical job. I keep saying it's not, but it can be quite. I've got I fill produce, which potatoes, carrots, fruits, strawberries, blueberries, all that kind of jazz. And I fill that, and it's quite heavy. You get some really heavy. A lot of people think that you're just filling shelves, but yeah, produce can be quite strenuous. It's quite a heavy stuff. So yeah, but that's what I do. Yeah, again, it's work's work. But I'm good. It's good to see you, Kenneth. Good to see you in, and I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the kind words as well. Really does. I'm going to be working on my Lego replica. Oh, that's right. So yeah, you're building the replica version of this. So this is obviously the Lego version. So you're building is it the kind of AliExpress or replica one tonight when I get home, and this weekend after I help my mum around the house and drive her to the grocery store. Oh, that's cool. It's something to look forward to, isn't it? Right, 126. So here we go. We're actually going to be fitting this now. So we've got the location pieces here that are going to fit into the back of the Millennium Falcon. So this here, let's get the orientation. I'm going to put that down there just now. Move this over a little bit. So this reactor part goes here. So that's going in that orientation. So she's going in here basically. Oh, sugar. No, just that's one way to destroy the Millennium Falcon. It's relaxing to be working on Lego replica after all this work. Yeah. I'm the same. Building Lego is just so. It's just a great thing. It really is just great. I'm going to slip this in here, and we're going to bring this up. Right. Oh yes, like a glove. So I imagine we're going right in there. Right, I see this one at the back. So, yeah, it looks as if it's going in that one. Yep. So that's going in there. And I imagine it's in there. And, right, this one's not going in here. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm not at the right angle. Okay, you've got to get it half right. Oh, no, she's not in. She's not in. Right, let's get this one back out here. This one into. I've basically put it into fresh air, and I feel I've got a little. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this block off. That's better. Right, I'm just destroying roughly the build here, which is. It's because there's a little bit of play on this arm, so I need to grab it. That's better. There we go. Oh, do you know what that's gonna? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this pin out. I've knocked. I'm knocking pieces off. I need to get this part back on here because that would be quite tricky to get in actually. Right, let's get this in. Right, fit that again. Let's fit this in. So let's get the pin in. Tricky. It's because if I got a pin in there. Right, wait, whoa, wait a minute here. Is that going further up actually? Right, I've got a lot of white shining, so right, so I see that one, this side, let's turn it round a little smidge. Oh, do you know what? It's actually going, no. So there's that part there. Like that hole's clear. I think this one's got a hole. I may have to. So that's going in. This one is probably going to go in. That's in. That one's in. Right, why is this one not going in? I think... Oh, I've just knocked this little part out. Let's keep that part there. Now, is there a Technic pin in there that actually is? Right. Let's have a little look here from the other side. Okay. That's problematic. So I have maybe put in here, I've maybe put a Technic pin in here that shouldn't really be. The problem that I've got is I've kind of built round this part. So maybe I've made a mistake down here somewhere, is what I'm thinking. It's hard to, you can't really see in this part. I mean, that the rest of this is fitting in. It's just this one here. From what I can see, there's a Technic pin in here. So I don't know how I'm gonna. This could be. I'm saying it could be problematic. It is kind of problematic. Let's just maybe get some of this stuff over here because we're. Right, let's maybe see what we can think about doing here. Yeah, they're definitely, from what I can see. In fact, let's get the old white. Yeah, there is a Technic pin in there. Problematic. Right. What time are we at? Yeah, we're actually getting close to the end of the stream. We're probably going to leave that bag. I may have to basically work out this. So, we've fitted the room. It looks actually really quite nice. But the locating pin going in this side, there's a Technic pin joining this spine here. Now, I don't know how much of this I can take off without really kind of, you know, not cannibalising it, but that may have to be something that I might have to come back. So this could go in the Falcon Diaries. This is where the Falcon Diaries is going to come in quite handy. I'm going to put this pin in. So basically that pin should just slot in there. But the problem is I've got a pin locating in here. So what I'm going to have to do is look at the plans and see if that pin's just in the wrong location. It probably is. It probably should be a hole up. Let's just check the next step here in the old plan dingos. 1, 2, 8. So yeah, we've got some sticker elements going in. And then we've got some other little parts of it. You know what we could actually do with finish, but what I want to do is I need to get that piece in, so I may have to just continue this next week. We're actually getting close to the time anyway. Yeah, but we practically started building about 5 past, so we're on that hour and a half build. I don't really want to build these little parts on top of the archway, because if we start building that, it's going to probably tie into the frame itself. So if I start doing that and I need to get in here and move this and rearrange, it's just going to be a bit of a faff. So I'll maybe just kind of show you how this is looking. So you can see there, we built this room here at the back. The problem I'm having is basically up here. It's this pin here needs to go into this spine, this part here. Problem I've got is where this pin is going in, there's a black Technic brick, which is basically joining these two spines together. Now, the problem with that is, I don't know how I'm going to get into that. It could be relatively easy to just get that pin out and move it up one, but it could also be quite a bit of a nightmare. But that probably is going to be for next week. What I'll do is, off stream, maybe some point tomorrow, I may look into fixing this little part. It's a very minor part, but you know, somewhere along the line I'll probably actually just, unbeknown to me, at some point I've maybe just like building the first steps. So I just want to maybe even just trace back a little bit Yeah, so there's... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've done. So, basically step 28, I don't know if you can actually see. Oh, right, get rid of those bricks there, they're just going to get in the way. So basically, I know where I went wrong. So, step 28, so you can see here, this is it here. So basically, we're attaching, if I can just maybe, yeah. So there's actually a double cross member brace piece that goes in this hole and that hole. It's like a Technic block that's got like a bit in the middle basically, but it basically crosses the two beams. And then we're actually attaching in this hole here next to it. And then there should be a Technic pin there and there. The problem is I've got that Technic pin in that hole. So somewhere along the line I've put it in the wrong hole, which is story of every man's life. So yeah, that's where we should be going in with this part here. But I've got this part here in there. It's probably not going to be that hard to get that detached because it's only just here. I can see there's a couple of bricks. May have to rejig a little bit, but that's roughly where we are. Well, cheers Chaos 11. You take care, buddy. The stream's about to end anyway, so but thanks for coming in. Thanks for your input today. It's greatly appreciated. Always is greatly appreciated. But yeah, that's where we went wrong. But we've still got quite a lot of parts anyway. We would probably not finish this bag today. So I may even, just before I go to bed, I may try and maybe just have a look at this. I need to get some tea too, so I may actually not. I may look at it before I go. Well, before I have my dinner, I may just have a quick investigation. But yeah, that's simple error. But I mean, this is all just kind of looking forward here. Trying to think how we joined this together. Yeah, see, so there's that cross member piece in. Don't know if you can see that. In fact, I could bring these closer, but I watch all my pieces here. I don't want to get anything lost. So if I bring you in here, so you can probably see this piece here. This is the bracing piece. So we're going in these two holes. What I've done is this Technic pin is up in this hole. It should be in this one. So that's where we went wrong. It's in this area. So it's not the worst. I mean, obviously this all joins together. I'm trying to think where we joined it actually. Yeah, so looking here, yeah, we've got this corner brace unit here, and it's got basically 4 pins. So I can see a couple of those pins there. I can just probably take that off, and it's probably going to be an easy fix, to be honest. So yeah, it is what it is. So there's the ladder piece. So I may just take that out there. I don't know whether I really want to go in and do this, as I'm going to just try and see how far I can get. So yeah, do you know what? This is probably going to be so we get these joining pins here, so I can get those ones out, get these ones at the bottom out. Probably these ones are going to be a little bit harder because they're right in there. We do have, there is a Technic piece. Yeah, they're not the easiest pins. I don't even know if this is going to release this. If I'm brutally honest, this might not really do anything. So I'm just taking these pins, kind of getting them loose, as they say. Little minor setback. So I'm trying to get this set of pins. I've got that pin out. So how much can I rejig this? Right. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to remove this piece. So I'm still here. I'll probably carry on the stream till, you know, a couple of minutes. See if I can maybe get this problem rectified. They all rectified. So I'm just removing these. So it's these Technic pins here. They're almost like a double brace type thing. Right. Now I do see this Technic piece. Can I remove? Oh, okay, that's off. So I'm just looking here at what I've got. So I've got a black. I don't think there's anything at the bottom of this. So I'm kinda just massaging stuff off here. So we've got those pins back and front. So in fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these pins out the top at least anyway. Oh yeah, they do come out. So these are quite long pins. Right, I've got them out. I probably need to take these ones out. Yeah, they're quite surgical. So I'm trying to get this one out. There we go. I think I've got it. Right. So that's those pins out. Yeah, so we should be able. Well, where did that go? Well, I've got a pin down. There it is. So I really don't want. I don't want to take too much out. Whoa! Right, we've got it. Right, so I can kind of see roughly where I need to be. Yeah, it's just a simple schoolboy error. How much of this do I really want to take? So I think, can I get that? If I can get that block out, detach that, keep that up there, detach that, keep that up there. Right, I can see, I think that's on, yeah, it's a bigger attachment. If I can get this splayed, the terminology here is like, right, I think I can get this. So we've kind of got this. Oh yeah. Right, so basically I've kind of cannibalized this a little bit. So this pin here, oh no, I don't want that to go back down actually. This is maybe not. Do you know what's, sorry Han and Leia, you're going to have to go there a little bit. Get this mic over a touch. That's better. So basically if you look here, I don't know if you can actually see, it's this pin here. So this pin should be one up. So this pin should be in here. You can see it just here. Oh, what have I knocked over? Knocked that over. Oh, was that there? I think they're both the same. Do you know what? I'm going to keep these two out. So you can see here, see that pin? That was in that hole, so I've moved it over one. So this now should just slot in here. That should go back together. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to re-put these pins in. So I think we have basically danger averted. So the pins go right in. So these are all like locking into the actual system. In fact, they can go in. They can go back in there. That is going right in. Well, that wasn't too bad. Because that was one of those moments where, you know, it was a pretty big... wasn't a huge blunder. See, this part goes in there. That binds that in. Oh, yeah, we've... Right, I'm quite happy with that. I feel I can sleep better. So this bracing pin, they go there. There we go. That's going in there. So that's not too bad. You know, we can getting these pins, that's it. Right, they're going in there. Drive those home. So this piece here is braced again. Well, that actually worked out pretty decent, to be honest. That kind of redeemed itself. Quite happy at that, to be honest. Right, let's put this tan piece back in. So that basically looks... Yep, she's back looking solid. Get those pins in there. That could have been nasty there. I don't know why I had that way. Put that in there. That's the clip for this ladder, of course. Yeah, why would I do it that way? Take this out, put that pin in the bottom, and then clip this little ladder here. Clip that there. So I think that's going in basically there. I think that's like that. Right, so finally we can actually lock that in, and that's that 4 secured now. That's so much, I can sleep better. See, Anya would probably know. I wouldn't have. That would have grinded me a little bit while I was sleeping. So that pin now is basically locked in here. So basically all we did was we manoeuvred this a little bit. The structure of this is solid again. That's all bolted in. That member there's basically like a cross member in here. All this part here is it's just basically cross hatched or cross beams. So that is that. So we're pretty much caught up then. Now I don't think... Nah, I'm going to have to get something to eat, folks. So the good thing is we fixed that part. So that's... I'm not going to lie, that really does... I feel better. I feel so much better having no one... So there she is. There is that is a beefy instruction manual. So there we go, folks. That is the UCS Millennium Falcon build. Falcon Friday. Another one bites the dust. So we've actually got can we put Han Solo in that in? So I'm kind of just winding down the stream now. Probably could do with getting this book. In fact, I'm going to get this book away because it takes up so much space. I put it back in its box just to keep it good. So I am getting quite peckish. So there you go. The book is back in its little tray at the top of the box. And there we go. Right, so am I going to do? How did I do the bags before? Because I've got my Lego box here. Are you awake, Kate? Oh, you think you're saying what? But goodbye to chaos. Yeah. So how am I going to do these parts again? Because I've got my spares here. I've actually got these Lego bags. Maybe I could just bag up the Lego. So we've actually still got some relatively big parts here. So the object of this, basically, we were never really going to get, you know, I could just keep streaming to finish this bag, but the problem that I have is I don't really have the time, which is one of the reasons why I like doing it the Friday, because I usually do work. I have been working like Saturdays for quite a while now. It's a bit of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. With people being off sick at work, I've kind of had to be a little bit more, a little bit more sort of. Well, basically, I've worked Saturdays. That's what I'm trying to say. So there we go. That's a pick-a-brick I've got. So that's the parts. They can go just in there. I've got my big Lego brick here. And then that sits on top of my Millennium. Oh, I've got the spares. Not spares, but I've got an additional bag here. So I've got some more plate. I've got the cockpit. And I've got the underside of the cockpit as well. So they all fit in here. Just a big Lego brick. It keeps it all safe. And then that can sit just on top of my Millennium Falcon. Right, folks. So maybe get this light off. Get a bit of kind of mood lighting going on here. So that is going to do this stream. So here we have got Han Solo and Princess Leia. Princess Leia Oregano. I call it oregano. I could actually put them in the ship. Do you know what? Let's put, so we've got these porgs. So we've got the little porgs. Porg. P-O-R-G. Let's put the porgs here. Let's put them faffing about in the back here. We'll put Han Solo and Chewie. I'm maybe going to put... I'm going to put Chewbacca's gun. I'm going to put Chewbacca's gun on top. No, I can't put it there actually. So let's put Han Solo. Let's put Han Solo on his seat. So there's Chewie. So Han Solo can sit in his seat. Oh, trying to get it's hard. I've actually blocked light here for some reason. I'm kind of got my hand on. There he goes. So put Han in his seat. Princess Leia, she can sit there as well. She's got a blaster. She's not taking any mess in this table. This I can't remember the name of this game. Put Princess Leia in there. Chewie can. I think Chewie's gonna have to stand. Chewie's not gonna fit. I'm gonna put Chewie back here with the porgs just now. In fact, Chewie can have his gun. Because you know what porgs are like. They can get a bit rowdy, so he's going to have to be ready with his gun. Try to put that porg up here. So I'm just really, I'm just moving stuff about. So that's good. We got that part fixed, which I'm really happy at. So I'll bring you up a little bit closer. So here we go. Can maybe see some of the Falcon. Try and get some good light on it here. So there we go. So I'm maybe just going to take you out the cradle a little bit. So this is what we built today. We built this room here. So this is where we had the whole problem. If I can bring my light in here. So basically, I don't want to really knock anything off. So this here. So this is a brace point we had. That Technic pin, you can probably just see the black edge. That was in that hole there. So see this hole here? The bottom half of this beam, that's where that Technic pin, so it was in the wrong area. So we moved that over. But that's a little build we done. In fact, could I get this? In fact, this light's quite good because it's actually got a system where you can clip it. So we can actually clip it to the Falcon. Wait to see if I can get this a little bit. No, it's maybe not going to. It could work, but it's not going to work. So I'm just gonna hand hold it. So there we go. There's Chewie and the two Porgs. So this is quite a nice detail. You can see here we've got all this part, some kind of reactor. We've got a little computer system. Now I could have completed that entranceway. And also here, but I ran out of time, so we'll finish that off next week. And then over here, it's kind of hard to see, but we've got these this system here with these kind of escape hatch areas or some kind of detailing. It's hard to really to know exactly what that is. Got the little ladders there as well, just here, little ladders. And here's the front. There's Han Solo, Leia, and C-3PO playing a little bit of the hologram chess thing. So we've got that room fitted. I think we're actually probably going to fill this one next week. So that'll be another video. Anyway, folks, wait till I get yous. I'm going to swing yous round. So there we go. So that's another Falcon Friday. In fact, you know what? I've actually emptied this part a little bit. So I might actually just keep the Falcon here. She's kind of just sitting nicely there. As you can put, I'll put these down. You can see. So she's just sitting here at the moment, and it's going to keep her safe, which is the main thing. But anyway, folks, I am going to head. I'm going to get something to eat. I'll be heading to my bed and chilling a little bit. I'll be honest. I would have went to my bed and I'd have thought about the process. Ended up, it was actually pretty easy. It's structurally, it's an integral piece. Fore and aft, it really joins the two parts together. Quite a nice little bit of detail when you see these two compartments. So we can add details. I think people have actually got the engine part quite detailed at the back. But yeah, I'm going to keep it pretty much standard. If we are going to embellish it and add stuff, we'll do that at a later date. But anyway, that is the build. So, anybody's got any questions, they'll need to be really quick because I am just. In fact, I'm going to have a little drink of water. But I really enjoyed that. Such a good little build. But yeah, as I say, it's time for Betty Bobos. Get my pen. I've got my journal there because I think I'm 8 o'clock tomorrow. Get my pills. They can go there. Phone can go up here. Perfect. But yeah, that was and this Vader t-shirt might become a kind of standard. I think I've got some other Star Wars t-shirts. But I'm going to head off. I'm going to make something to eat. And I'm going to get chilled and get relaxed and sweet for work. Had a little bit of snooze this morning, so I'm not too bad. I don't really need to be. But we actually get 7. Ooh, I think I count as one, so I think we've got six viewers in. So, but yeah, so I'll do a little roll call of who was in. So Dave was in at the beginning, Sprue and Glue. So Dave was in, Roman Bricks was in also. Kate came in. Then we had Chaos 11. He's away, so Chaos 11 was in. Llamas Good and Anson Mo came in as well. He was asking about dinosaur sets. Not that I really know that much. Kenneth was in. Kenneth is watching me. Well, Kenneth, you enjoy your shift, buddy. I hope all goes reasonably well. I'm the same as you. I'll be going to my bed and do my shift in the morning. Well, GMT time, British time. And that's it. So that's all the names that were in. But as I say, it's really good to see everybody in, and it really does. We're actually getting close to 600. I think I'm only 3 away. And again, you know, I never like the. As I say, somebody did ask me what my end goal was, and to be honest, like 600 would have been probably like a goal that I possibly may have looked at. And I don't really think about subscribers as much. I just enjoy, you know, doing something and giving something to people. Information, people are building this. You know, it's good to build along. It's good to maybe find out information about Star Wars characters, vehicles, whatever. But yeah, 600 would be something I think we are going to achieve before the end of the year, and then really after that, it's like, I mean, 1,000. I don't know if I'll ever get to 1,000. It possibly could happen. I think a lot of things like this, especially on YouTube, you do start to gain a bit of momentum. And since building Lego, I have gained momentum, but I think the last last 2 months, you know, I've kind of stepped up a little bit. So we're going in the right direction. And it's good. You know, I'm really enjoying it. And it's good to have Anya on board, and she's building stuff. She's maybe still early days in Lego. She's got that dyslexia thing, which, you know, I think it would be. I mean, maybe one day I would really like to. Not that the Lego are going to approach me, but you know, I can imagine working with Lego and saying, "Look, I've got a partner that's got some form of dyslexia. Is there any way that you can make instructions that are a little bit more friendly for that type of thing?" You know, I don't know. Sometimes even I struggle with instructions on Lego, so maybe there's a way that we could, you know, we could talk and, you know, get that kind of thing where it's a little bit more easier for people with that kind of issue. That's something that I would quite like to do, but whether that happens, I mean, that who knows? I mean, I don't know. But Anya will be down next week. Build wise, I don't know if Kate's still here, but I don't know what I'm going to be building next. I've got quite a few options of stuff. I don't really tend to think too much about what I'm going to build. I'm very much a go to bed, do my shift, come home, have a wee snooze, wake up, and it's like, what am I going to build? I'll build this one. So I really don't know. I can. If I've got something I'm going to build, I'll put it up on my upcoming list and try and get a little bit of an advancement. I know Kate's trying to get the gingerbread at, so when she does get that, we could possibly do like she could build it as I build it kind of thing, which I think would be quite good. But that's one that me and Anya are going to build. but that's going to have to be built soonish. I say soonish, but the next month. But anyway, so again, I'm going to plan to do a Falcon diary in the next couple of days. So what I'm going to do is, the compartment that we built, I'm going to try and maybe go over some of the parts that are there. I mean, there could be this computer or this system here could be some kind of functional item that's in the manual. So I'll do a Falcon diary in the next, like sometime early next week, I think. I'll detail this little problem that I had, but we did get it fixed, so I don't really need to tell you how I fixed it because I did it on stream, which was actually pretty good. I'm quite glad I did that. But yeah, that's going to do it, folks. So I'm really going to go this time. I know I like to just wrap up now. I like to just kind of take... So that was the name of that droid, L3-37. Oh, I've nearly lost my sticker sheet. I'm actually going to put these stickers at the back. Put them in there. Not really a lot more stickers. We've got that element there. That's on the hull plating. That's got like blaster shots, and then the actual plate, the plaque. But yeah. Right, folks, I'm going to get my finger of death, which is going to bring up the little pre-end stream notification. So, Man's PD, or Man SPD, hello there. Well, unfortunately, I'm just about to head, buddy. So you've just come in kind of at the wrong time, but just for your knowledge, every Friday GMT time, which is British time, at 3 PM we'll be doing this next week. So we're building this. We're building the Millennium Falcon. This is what we've done so far. So quite a big model, or big kit. So yeah, we'll be doing this it's basically, I'm calling it Falcon Friday, and we're building this every single week for an hour and a half build time roughly, and it's going to take us a few weeks to build it, but it's going to be built over time. But join us next week, buddy. As I say, Friday, 3 PM GMT time. Roughly the time you're at just now, wherever you are in the world. If you're British, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But minus 2 hours from now is when I started. So I started 2 hours ago. So if you tune in every week, that's when I'm going to be on. Do you watch YouTube Shorts? I do occasionally. I've actually done a couple of YouTube Shorts like back in the day. It's not something that I do a lot, but I have done a couple of little YouTube Shorts. But yeah, I do watch them. To be honest. Right, Anya, I'm gonna head, honey bun, and I'll talk to you probably before I go to bed. I think we always talk anyway. We always talk about just catching up in the day and stuff that we've done. But anyway, is it Man SPD? Man's PD. I think it's Man SPD. You take care, buddy. It's good to see you in. But as I say, join us next week. I do stuff through the week as well. I've got YouTube videos that I drop. I play golf as well on my PS5. I do a lot of stuff. I even do like a bike vlog. I haven't done a bike vlog. I probably need to really start getting on my bike again. I keep saying it, but really need to do it. But anyway, folks, thanks once again. Thanks coming in. You're a content creator about Star Wars, by the way. Oh, that's cool. A fellow Star Wars enthusiast, always greatly appreciated. I'm 51 years young, so I've grew up with Star Wars. Basically, Star Wars has been in my blood. Star Wars. I mean, life without Star Wars, don't get me wrong. Star Wars never existed. We wouldn't be here, but we wouldn't be here doing this. But yeah, Star Wars is great. I've actually got my light. Do you know what? I had my lightsaber as well. I should have brought my lightsaber up. I might do that next week with my mask. I'm on book to bag 12. So Kate's from Australia. She's building the T-Rex, which is quite a big kit. So she's in book 2, bag 12. I need to remember that, Kate. Do you know what? I should actually start writing some of this stuff down. Because me and Anya go, what's Kate building? Oh, she's, what was it she was building? And we always end up trying to work out what it is. Oh, Block Party. See, what time's he streaming at? Is it 7 or something he's on? I'll probably be sleeping by then. I quite like Block Party. Me and Anya kind of watch him. He's good, but I think the chemistry between those two is not. It's not ideal, if I'm honest. I think they're very. Yeah, they are good. Don't get me wrong. I think I do like them, but at the same time, I think they can be a little bit. Oh, there we go. So he's building the Soundwave. So yeah, he's streaming at 7 p.m. So that's 2 hours. Well, an hour and 50 minutes from now. I quite like that set. I've never been a big Transformers kind of guy. I watched it back. Transformers, robots in disguise. So I've never really. I did watch it back in the day. Is that a kit that I would get? You know that, not Optimus Prime. Yeah, I mean, it probably look good on my shelves, but at this moment in time, it's not in my budget. So it has 22 bags and no stickers and 3 large manuals. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, actually, it does look a good build though. I will give you that. No stickers is a good thing. That is a bonus. Right, folks. Right, I'm away. So I will probably see you. I'll see you. I'll see you through the week. Anya, Kate, and co. And Man SPD, thanks for coming in and sharing the info there. It's good to know another Star Wars content creator, by the way. It's good to see. But anyway, folks, I'm off this time. Take care, Kate. Take care, Anya. Take care of everybody that was in. Kenneth, Dave, Roman Bricks, who else? Chaos 11 was in. Anson Mo, and also there was another person. What was the name? Blah blah blah. Lam good. Thanks everybody, and catch us later. Take care, everybody. See you later. Bye.